Ooh, good morning. Hey, how's it going? Happy freaking Tuesday. Cheers. So, as every day, as is the theme for every day, I'm up and doing. And a lot of times, there's many times I don't want to get up and do. I just want to sit and do nothing or go back to bed. But yesterday, instead of going back to bed, because I was really looking forward to a nap at some point yesterday, not that I had planned it, I didn't really plan a nap, but there's things that I do in the mornings and then I get busy doing other things. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm not going to take a nap because I won't get my stuff done. Thank goodness for that. Because yesterday I got my dough made up. Ooh, I can smell it from the outside of the bag. But here is my cookie dough. This is mint chocolate chip. I mixed this up yesterday, stuck it in the bag, put it on the back porch to chill overnight, and it did. So it's nice and chilled. And pistachio. I think it looks like pistachio and or baby puke. One or the other. But it's pistachio flavored dough. I figured I would color it up. I've never colored my dough up a different color. So maybe, nope, even the strawberry ones, I didn't personally color it, but the flavoring colored it pink. So, but this is the first time I've ever colored my dough. So yesterday, I spend time with the husband in the mornings because it's his evening. And so I spend time with the husband in the mornings. And then, after I was done spending time with the husband, I was like, look, I got stuff to do today. So seriously, if you come out and bug me one time, I'm probably going to blow a gasket. Yeah. And I really walked away from whatever I was doing and went and told him that, right? And then the next thing that happened was I got everything cleaned up. I started, I swept them off the floors. I got all my dishes done because when I start mixing dough or icing, I try to make sure my previous dishes are done because I know I'm going to have dishes to do when I'm mixing up those doughs. And I don't want to have to do other dishes and before doing the baking dishes that I just used. So I try to make sure all of my dishes are done before I start doing anything else. So I went through, I did the dishes, swept them off the floors, got things cleaned up and straightened away and blah, blah, blah. And I measured out all of my ingredients. I was on point, right? And I know this happened because I yelled at my husband to leave me alone. Because sometimes he'll just come out and randomly talk about different things. And I'm like, you know what? You just screwed up my train of thought. And I kind of yelled at him about that yesterday. That sometimes when you come out and just say random stuff, even I love you, it's screwing up my train of thought. Because I may not look like I'm doing anything, but not everyone can tell that you're thinking. You don't have smoke coming out your head. As much as people would like to think that when you're thinking, you can see the smoke. No one can see the smoke when you're thinking. I promise you, because no one can tell when I'm thinking about things and baking and knitting and stuff. So I started mixing up this dough yesterday, and I got everything mixed in except for the flour. And I put the flour in, and then someone, accidentally flipped this mixer on high right now, and it went pew, flour, green, everywhere. So I had to stop doing this and clean up from the counter, the floor, my shoes, my clothes. It was everywhere. Sometimes when you yell at people, you'll get instant karma right back at you. And I wasn't yelling at him I wasn't yelling and screaming at him, but I was like, look, if you bother me, I might be the yelling and screaming type. So right now I'm not yelling and screaming. I'm just letting you know, hey, I'm busy. So don't fuck with me. Because if you do, so I was kind of yelling at him, kind of not yelling at him, but I got my instant karma back with that. And then I had to hurry up and clean up everything. I finished mixing the dough. Then I had to hurry up and clean up all of those dishes so I could mix the other dough. Sometimes I'll mix two different doughs in the same mixer without washing it in between. But this one is mint chocolate chip and pistachio. And I didn't want any mint in my pistachio. So I don't think other people would appreciate mint in their pistachio either. So also, I've been busy. Oh my goodness, I gotta tell you, because I was kind of lethargic yesterday morning and not feeling up to doing really anything. And so instead of just continuing to feel lethargic and instead of doing that, morning, Josh. Hey, man. I got up and made myself work out. I don't always want to work out. Again, I got to trick myself into gaming to work out. And so I went and I gamed for a little bit on my Beat Saber. And that motivated me to put cookies up for sale. And that motivated me to do other things. And I had to make myself get up and go work out in order to... Morning, Dana. Hey, Buttercup. Cheers. Lovey-dovey. But I had to get up and make myself get busy. I wasn't inspired to get busy. I had to get up and make myself get busy. So after I was done with the frickin' cookie dough fiasco, if you didn't catch it, I exploded my cookie dough everywhere. Before it was cookie dough, it was still like a sloppy, goopy mess that I just added the first batch of flour into. Everywhere. So then last night I decided I'm not going to bake. I'm just going to let my dough chill. And I'll bake today. But I did finished this hood that I've been working on diligently as much as I possibly can. I finished it up last night. Look at it. Look at it. In all its glory. And I'll show you the difference between the two. I have both. There are two. Yep, that's it. There are two. I made two. And the stitching on the end is different. This one, it's the same yarn, but this one feels softer than this one. I don't know why. So, but I'm also going to try them on for for everybody to see. So you can see the difference. And then I even used a different bind off from this one to this one. And I tried this one on. It really feels so much better. So this hood, let me stand up. Let's do this. Let's do this. What is that, Tone Loc? Let's do this. That's what I think of. I think whenever I say something, I think of a random song that I once heard back in the day. So, there is the first one. It's pretty cool. I love it so much. But it's also kind of tight. I noticed that when I tried it on before, it was kind of tight. So that's one of the reasons also that I did this other... Oh, geez. I did this other stitch. Is because I don't know, I wanted to try it out. And turns out it is more loose, more form-fitting. Not form-fitting. It's great. It's phenomenal. It fits really well. It's not as tight. It's not as tight around the face like the other one is. And it looks super cool. Look at that. And if you want to flip it, you got a different one. I love it so much. Again, this would be something for like when you're out and about in the wintertime. I know winter's almost over. I don't care. I've been working on them all winter long. So, I decided to get that done yesterday so I could move on to the next thing. And I kind of work on the next thing with cookies. The next thing for cookies, St. Patrick's Day. The next thing for knitting, Willy Warmers. So excited. I can't wait to begin on those. But those will not begin until after I'm done with the cookies. I kind of flip back and forth all the time. Just to keep myself occupied while I'm also, in the middle of taking care of the kid. I know she goes to school during the day and stuff. And I could probably go get a job. But a lot of times, those people that want people to work for them, they don't want part-time. And they don't want to give you the hours for like when your kid's in school. Oh, I'm sorry. Those positions are filled. Well, then I can't do it because I'm not leaving my kid home in the evening. I know what kind of kid I was when I was at home by myself in the evening at her age, and I'm not doing it to my kid. I'm not leaving her alone unsupervised. I say unsupervised because the dad is sleeping, and yes, we live with my grandmother, but I don't expect my grandmother to take care of her either because my grandmother's tired as well. So it's on me. So I don't ask anyone else to do it. Yeah, I ask the husband every now and then to help out with the kid, but he's the husband and the dad, so it is what it is. So I got a lot done yesterday. I felt lethargic yesterday morning. I got up and made myself work out. And that's kind of why I'm telling you all this, because sometimes, there's a lot of times, you don't feel like getting up and doing anything for yourself. And that's probably when you should get up and do something for yourself. I keep being reminded via other sources of information that I should probably work out. So I make myself get up and work out, game, whatever you want to call it. Work out however you like to work out. I have to trick my mind into thinking I'm gaming in order for me to work out. So I'm not going to put on an exercise video and just start working out. That's not me. I can't do it. I will give up 2 minutes in and never do it again. But with this gaming thing, I've made it 3 times in the past 5 days since Thursday. So I worked out Thursday, worked out Friday, and I worked out yesterday. Bonus. So it's not always, a given that I'm going to work out, and I just need to make more time. As adults and older adults, because we are getting older, we need 150 minutes of exercise per week. So it's not 150 minutes per day, but I don't know, Thursday I worked out for probably 20 minutes. Friday I probably worked out for 15 minutes. Yesterday I probably worked out for another 20 minutes. You've got to take it as you can do it. And the goal is 150 minutes a week, but the reality is I haven't worked out in a minute, and I am going to take it easy and take it slow. And when I feel myself starting to get exhausted, then I'm going to quit and go back at it the next day, which is today. It's another workout day, I think. Yeah, probably. So, even it's rainy out right now. It's totally rainy out this morning. So get up and do something for yourself. And now everyone feels like getting up and doing that. I know. Yesterday, I felt like not doing a fucking thing. But I did. And because I made myself, before inspiration, before motivation, because I made myself get up and go do it anyway without that stuff, I was inspired in the middle. Post cookies up for sale. Offer personalization for cookies. Get cookie dough made. Pick up the kid from school. Make sure people are fed for dinner. And finish the hat. 6 things. In addition to waking up and drinking coffee. Cheers. So, I had that fiasco right in the middle of me making dough. And I was I had 2 options. I could have either gotten angry with myself, or I could just shut up and clean it up. So I picked the second option, and I shut up and I cleaned it up, and I hurried through doing whatever. It took me another 15 minutes to clean up the mess from the flour explosion that I had. Which is just a reminder, be nice to the husband. Whatever. If he would, I don't know. He's a husband. I guess the husbands do stuff that he does, so whatever. I don't understand it fully. He likes to, poke at his wife and hey, and every now and then I'll get, just poked randomly. I guess that's a thing that husbands do. So, I told him don't. And I told him very adamantly, don't, or I will explode. And then the flour exploded on me. So that was fun. Not really. Whatever. So on a Tuesday, get up, toot your own horn, be your own, whatever you gotta be. Get up, get your coffee, get your water, whatever it is you drink. I don't know what you drink, but do something for yourself. Get your stuff going for yourself. Water, you could do more water, because we could all do more water. I never used to be a water drinker until I had that heart attack, and now I'm an avid water drinker. I also still drink my coffee, I drink my pop, I drink other things as well, but most of the time, most of the day, I drink water. And they say you get so many health benefits from drinking water, right? You know what I get? Urinating. That's what I get from drinking so much water. Is 20 minutes after I take a sip, in the bathroom I go. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It's just ding, 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 ding. Whatever, man. So, and I tell you guys this because, we're all dealing with things. We're all dealing with stuff. There might have been something else. I don't know. There was something else I was going to say, and I don't really remember right offhand. I'll remember after the video's over. It's okay. Oh, by the way, also, my videos, apparently Facebook has a new policy for storage of videos, and all of my previous videos from the last, how many ever years I've been doing it? I've been doing it for about 7 or 8 years now. I've been doing these videos. And my confidence has only grown through them, but they're going to get rid of them all. So I got to figure out a way to download those, maybe put them on YouTube or something. I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, all of my previous videos are going to be like dumped. And I was like, how do I do that? So I've been kind of, playing with the idea of what should I do with my videos, if I should let them go into the dump or if I should try to save them and post them to a different platform. And I'm leaning more towards posting them to a different platform, but that takes a lot of work. There are a couple of years of videos, everyday videos. Take 365 days in a year times 6. And that's probably how many videos there are out there of this stuff right here. I don't know why I did all that snapping stuff. I'm irritating the kid too. Maybe I irritated someone else. I don't know, but I've been irritating the kid a whole lot lately. I think it's those preteen hormones. She's got the teen hormones, but she's still a preteen. She's only 12. She got hormones and I'm irritating her. The other day I touched her back of her neck or her leg or something. And she says, "Did I give you permission to touch me?" No, you didn't. But let me tell you something, Buttercup. Yeah, you don't ask for permission to touch me. So, I do have a YouTube channel. You can look it up. That if I upload these videos to YouTube, I already have a YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and look it up and subscribe now before I upload those. Because I've got a couple of my beginning videos. Oh, you should watch those. I'm a sad little girl who needs a lot of help. I'm a sad, sad little girl. And that little girl, I've watched that first video a couple of times. It's kind of making me tear up just a little bit. Because she was such a sad little girl. And I am not that sad little girl anymore, not knowing what to do next, not knowing my confidence level is, my self-esteem level, my energy level. I do things differently these days, and I think I do them better, and I have better confidence these days, but those first videos, so anyone can check out my YouTube channel. It's just Misty Trenshaw. And there are a couple of videos. There's not a lot, but there may be a whole lot more coming soon. We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to finagle that yet. I think I have to download them to my Google Drive and then upload them to YouTube, but that takes time and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So maybe I will. I think it's just Misty Trenshaw. I haven't looked it up in a while. It's been a while since I've been on my own YouTube channel. Because I don't. This is my platform. And then Facebook went and fucked it up. This is my fucking platform, people. And then Facebook went and did that. So I don't know if I'm so happy with Facebook at this point. Because also I've been trying to monetize my videos. And when I post pictures and stuff of my crafty creations and my cookies or whatever, I get paid some cents, a little bit here and there. I think my running total for this month so far is less than $1 for 5 different pictures. It is what it is. But at some point I had learned that you could earn money from posting your videos. And I was like, well, how do I do that? Well, make your language English. Doesn't give you that option anywhere. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But I would have loved to monetize my Facebook videos so I could do more for others. It is what it is, right? You'll have that sometimes. So check out my YouTube channel. I also have, do I have TikTok? I do have TikTok. I have a couple of videos on TikTok, not a lot. But yeah, check out my YouTube because there may be a whole lot more videos coming to my YouTube channel near you, which is just on your phone or your computer, whatever it is. So on a Tuesday, I know I've been really winded this morning already, but on a Tuesday, find some things to feel grateful for. And I am really grateful today that I found my motivation for getting shit done yesterday, getting the dough made, getting my hat finished, picking up the kid, making sure the kid and the grandma are fed. I am really grateful for those things because I was not motivated to do a fucking thing yesterday in the morning. I found my motivation later on, which is what we need to do. I think you go to YouTube and you look up Misty Trenshaw, and I think you will find it on there. I also need to find the video, I'm sure my sister has on her YouTube channel, of me dancing to the Peanut Butter Jelly Time song. And I need to put that on my YouTube page as well. And it's just me. She was recording me. We were both living at my mom's house right next door. And she videoed me dancing to Peanut Butter Jelly Time. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. So she's got a whole video of me dancing to that I need to put on my YouTube channel as well. Maybe I can have her help me with that. I don't know. So anyhow, find my YouTube channel if you want. You don't have to, but if you want to, go ahead. Because again, I may be posting all of my previous videos from the last 6 to 7 years onto my YouTube channel, which I probably should have already been doing. But, creators, they're busy, they're messy, and they're all over the place. And sometimes something that should have been done years ago doesn't get done until now, because now it's imperative. So, again, find your own things to feel grateful for. Be your own magic. Find your own magic. Sometimes that magic escapes you, and sometimes you don't know where it's going to come from. And sometimes you need to make yourself get up and do something for yourself anyway. And then you'll find your magic in the middle of whatever you've decided to do. Even if you decide to go to work with a crappy attitude, you don't get a lot done because you have a crappy attitude, right? Go to work with a good attitude and you will have, and even if you don't go to work with a good attitude, that's okay. You can make yourself have a good attitude by shutting up, by listening to yourself, by feeding yourself, by getting your water intake. There's a whole bunch of stuff, coffee burps, that you can do to help yourself have a better day and not be lethargic, apathetic, whatever. I don't care. That's kind of how the kid is sometimes. I don't care. I tell her, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. I don't care. Back in my day, she hates it when I do that. She totally hates it when I come up with stories from back in the day. Because I say, if I had done that to my parents, right in the next week. And I'm trying to gentle parent. Yeah, I don't care. And then we have other days when she's like totally all over me, like loving me, hugging me and stuff and whatnot. So I don't know, it's back and forth. So, also, be your own sunshine, because tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. Oh my gosh. The kid last night, we were arguing about her homework because she had one side of her homework done and she had the other side to do yet. But she's like, but it's not due till Thursday, so I can wait until Wednesday night to do it, right? I was like, no, because tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. She says, you know what? I am so sick and tired of hearing that, Mom. She says, you know what? Not everyone's as strong as you, Mom. I said, you're right. You know what also? I was never this strong before now. Like, it's taken me a long time to become had to have this kind of strength for me to do the things that need to be done. And to do it without emotion. She looks at me like sometimes like, oh, you just yelled at me, but you still love me. And you're yelling and screaming at me, but you still love me. And how do you do that, Mom? I said, you know what? The only time you've seen that was the very first time I've done it. I was on her about drawing on her skin and stuff. And she was drawing on her skin. And then I turned right around as soon as I got done getting after her. I was like, okay, have a great weekend. She was like, the said, I've been practicing. And that's the first time that has happened where I was getting after her. And then I flipped it and I was like, all right, have a great weekend. This is the first time I've ever done that. And I didn't let me getting after her ruin my weekend. I didn't. That was like first time ever. We still have, we may be almost 45, be 45 on Saturday. But we still have a lot of firsts that we can claim in our life. The first time I went from arguing with the kid, not really arguing, but getting after her and then turning right around and being all happy and go lucky. And it was the first time. You still have many firsts. I don't care. So yeah, I had to put that out there. And she was just like, you know what, Mom? Not everyone's just strong as you. So I don't really like that you use this. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone. Not everyone's as strong as you. I said, no, not everyone's as strong as me, but I didn't used to be as strong as this either. I had to work to get to this point. It took me a whole lot of work. It took me journaling. It took me listening to others. It took me listening to myself. It took me listening to my children. It took me listening to a whole lot of other sources. And when I say listening to my children, not so much listening to the advice, because they don't have advice for me, really. But just listening to how they are and how I don't want them to be anymore. And that changes me into doing something different. So it will also hopefully change them by leading by example, by changing myself. They can also change aspects about themselves. You're not stuck in one fucking place. So since you're not stuck in one place, you may feel like you're stuck in one place. Anyone, everywhere. You may feel like you're stuck in one place. But you're only stuck because you feel stuck. Get up. That's why I tell you this stuff. I feel stuck sometimes. I'm still living at Grandma's. It's been 8 years. I feel stuck sometimes. But I'm still getting up. And I'm doing the damn thing. Get up and do the damn thing. Whatever it is that's scaring you, that you don't want to do, you should probably just get up and do it anyway. As long as it's not harming others. Don't harm others. And don't harm yourself. Do not harm yourself in the middle of whatever it is you got to do. So keep the harm away from everything else. Be gentle with yourself and shit. So that's all I got. I think I've been winded way too long this morning. I got to get up and get dressed and start making cookies. Baking cookies today. Shamrocks. Maybe some pots of gold. More shamrocks because I've got a whole lot of shamrock ideas. And some circles and some squares because I can do anything with a circle and a square. Shit, I did Bluey. I don't have Bluey cookie cutters, but I did Bluey on circles and squares. End of story. That was phenomenal. It wasn't the best work that I had, but it was phenomenal work, and the customer was happy. My friend, she was extremely happy with them. Even though I didn't find my work, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a freaking perfectionist. Let me tell you how much of a freaking perfectionist I am. And when I was in the middle of making this, I got clear up to here, realized I dropped a stitch somewhere, and I took it clear back down to here. Like I picked up all these stitches and I ripped the entire thing out. And then I got clear back up to here, and I noticed there was something wonky in one of these, and I had to get out my other set of knitting needles, and I had to do knitting surgery. And then after I got that done, then I started with this, and I almost had to rip this out as well because I felt like I started messing up something. You want to buy some shamrock cookies? I will make extra. They're going to be green and green. They're all green. Green dough. Oh, did you see my dough? Look at this dough. Pistachio. Just pistachio flavoring is in that one. And this one, mint chocolate chip. It's not my favorite, but everyone else will probably freaking fall head over heels for it. So, if you want to order cookies, or if you want cookies, I will ship them to you. You know I will. So that's all I got for this morning. Hope everyone has a great, lovely, amazing Tuesday. I almost forgot what day it was because I'm so excited about the things I've already gotten done and the things I'm getting ready to do. That's the point of life, right? Get excited. about the things you got done and the things you're going to do. There are other bullshit little intricacies everywhere, but get excited about the things you like to do so you can do those more often. If you complain about the things you don't like, you're going to get more of what you don't like. If you get excited about the things you do like, you'll get more of what you do like. So that's all I got. Everyone has a great, lovely day. Get a hold of me if you want to order the cookies and whatnot, and I will ship them to you. Love you all. Have a great day. Misty out.